Hey guys, Darren Bennett here of AndWorld Design. And what I notice is that a lot of you aspiring letterers really just want to go over the basics. And one of the most common requests that I have is how to set up a template or a style guide. So I thought that we should go over that today. This will be the first in a series as I progress through setting up a template that looks pretty much like the one you see here. It's very sparse, and I know a lot of you are interested in setting up a template that has multiple tails, burst balloons, captions, and whatever else. The list goes on, right? But this is actually what I personally recommend you to start off with. Some basic balloon shapes, some information over there, and this way you can flesh out your style guide and tailor it to each specific project that you receive. So let's go ahead and get started with the first step, setting up our artboard with the guides. Let's go ahead and start a new document. I'm going to hit Command N on my keyboard on a Mac, and that'll bring up this new document dialog box. Now what you notice is that I have some of this information set up here already, but it's in points, so we're going to want to fix that. Set up your name of your document appropriately. I'm going to use comic template, and we want the width in inches, 6.875 inches, and this represents our bleed. Let's go ahead and change this as well. And 10.438, just rounding up, is usually 10.4375. And we'll make sure that this is in portrait mode. We only need a single artboard, and we're not setting up a bleed here because these are actually our bleed dimensions. Click Create, and now we have our artboard set up. If we look over at this layer that's here for us, we're going to want to name this appropriately as well. So go ahead and click on that and name it bounding box. I'm thinking ahead right now, and usually the lowest layer that I have is my bounding box, and that's where I house my guides as well. Hit enter and set that in, and we're going to use the rectangle tool in order to set up our guides. I'm going to set up the bleed, the trim, and the margin. So for the bleed, just click anywhere on the document and it'll open up this rectangle dialog box. And let's go ahead and set that up with the same dimensions as our artboard. 6.875 by 10.438. And do the same thing, click anywhere on the artboard, and we're just going to set up our trim now. And those dimensions are 6.625 by 10.1875. And this is giving us 1/8 of an inch bleed on all sides. One more time, we're just going to set up the final rectangle, and this will be for our margins, which are within 1/4 inch of our trim, and this is 6.125 by 9.6875. And once you have these down, you can go ahead and select them all, and we're going to use the Align panel in order to align these shapes. If you click horizontal align center, it'll center all of those together, and then click vertical align center. And now they are all set up on our artboard where we want them, and those are where our guides will be for our document. Now if we go under the view menu and we go down to guides, we can create guides from the boxes that we just created. Click on Make Guides, and now you can see our guides are set up in this light cyan. And that's all there is to it. As we proceed in the next video, we'll learn how to add on our different layers and start to build from here. Stay tuned.